Tamil Nadu, the southern state of India, which was the medical tourism of India, attracting more than 15 lakh patients every year, and which attracted the most number of foreign patients from various countries like Kenya, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Afghanistan, etc. The state which has a hospital in every district, which is just behind Maharashtra. A state like this passes a bill to scrap NEET in Tamil Nadu. I mean, students getting died by suicide. There's till date now there are about 3 students who died by suicide in Tamil Nadu. So why was this bill introduced? Why are students dying? Let's see in this video. To know about this, we need to go back to 2006. So just a political brief about it. There are two strong parties in Tamil Nadu. One is AIADMK and DMK. The party which was in power in 2006 was AIADMK under the leadership of Jayalalitha. So Jayalalitha set a committee in 2006 to see what are the effects of entrance test in Tamil Nadu. Which committee did a lot of research and showed them that this type of entrance test causes social injustice to the people of villages, as it is favoring this urban or the city students as they can get coaching easily. So in 2006, all entrance examination in Tamil Nadu was scrapped to getting into any courses in the state of Tamil Nadu. Well, let it be engineering, medical, polytechnic, anything. There was no entrance examination. They used to consider the 12th marks for it. Now, when in 2012, NEET was introduced, National Eligibility Entrance Test for medical aspirants. So in 2012, when it was introduced, there were many states which opposed them. For about 1 or 2 years, many states did not accept them, but eventually all the states accepted them. Tamil Nadu opposed this. Because they thought it causes social injustice to students. And after 2013, when students from Tamil Nadu started writing NEET, they observed that there was drastic decrease in the number of students who were studying medical entrance exam every year, and it was only decreasing. So to counter this, there was a bill introduced in 2017 again by AIADMK, which was in power under EPS. EPS is the CM back then in 2017, which in that bill, the entire state assembly accepted that bill and they passed it to scrap NEET because it was causing social injustice, according to them. But the president rejected the bill and that was not accepted. Now, coming to 2021, there were state basically elections happened, and between AIADMK and DMK. This time DMK won the elections. So before winning the elections, the thing which they promised were that they will scrap NEET as soon as they come to power. Now DMK came to power this year in 2021, and they did not do nothing much until a student called Dhanush dies. Dies because he was basically scared to write NEET. He dies. He was from a village studying state syllabus. So after this, there was a huge uprise in the state where everyone was questioning DMK, that is the current party in power, that they had promised to scrap NEET from Tamil Nadu. Now, for that reason, the DMK passed this bill where they had to scrap NEET. So what's the difference between the bill which they had passed in 2017 versus now? This time, they made sure they need to have strong backing so that they can get the nod from the president. So president and the governor. So this time, they set up a committee under R.K. Rajan. R.K. Rajan, who was the ex-judge, or I don't know, he was a prominent member in the justice area. So that R.K. Rajan, and he sets up a committee, and he takes about 1 lakh data from 1 lakh people, more than 1 lakh people, and he comes to a conclusion that majority of the people in Tamil Nadu are opposing NEET. And he also tells NEET shouldn't be there in Tamil Nadu. If it continues, the number of doctors in Tamil Nadu will decrease drastically. So the NEET was introduced, but many oppositions came across this when Tamil Nadu introduced this NEET. Many of the oppositions were that NEET, every state in India accepted NEET, then why is Tamil Nadu doing this? According to Tamil Nadu is saying that we have a necessity here. The number of doctors have been reducing here. There are less number of students studying in government schools going to, practicing medicine here. First reason. The second reason is they telling that NEET ensures the quality of doctors produced in this country. This is why a committee under R.K. Rajan was established. This committee and did detailed research and showed that NEET does not necessarily increase the quality of doctors. According to them, they in Tamil Nadu there was no entrance examinations from 2006 basically. So they have not seen any entrance examination from past 10 years, but they have managed to be one of the medical tourism of India. What Tamil Nadu is questioning is, how are we able to achieve this before NEET, even before NEET? Then what they are asking is, are doctors of no quality? Then why was Chennai named as the medical tourism of India? Why was so many foreign patients coming to Chennai, and why was so many about 15 lakh patients were coming to Chennai and Tamil Nadu for treatment? And during the COVID time, all the doctors who treated patients in Tamil Nadu were from the period before NEET, that they graduated from before NEET, and they managed to control the death rate of Tamil Nadu, and they basically managed COVID very well. So how was this this was able to be possible when does this mean that we have low quality doctors? That is what Tamil Nadu is asking. That how was it able to achieve this? How was it able to achieve it? How can you tell NEET is improving the quality of doctors in India? They also did research and found out that the 11th and 12th standard level of studies is more than sufficient to clear this MBBS course which they'll be studying in medical. What I feel is, doctors are made in the colleges more than they are made in 11th and 12th standard. 11th and 12th standard is basically the basic things you need to be known to become so that MBBS course becomes easy. And what this committee has found out, that 11th and 12th standard is more than sufficient for clearing this course. From how can they prove that? Because they can prove that because from last 10 to 14 years, from 2006, there was no entrance examination. Then there were thousands of students who have enrolled in medical courses without writing NEET or any other entrance examination, and they were successfully completed the MBBS course with great merits. And there weren't any reports which says that the state students or the village students were not able to complete the MBBS course. Even without writing NEET, they were able to do it. Then then what Tamil Nadu is questioning is, how are people able to do it that you are telling that NEET ensures the quality of doctors? More than this, what Tamil Nadu argues is, this is causing social injustice to the people who are living in Tamil Nadu. According to R.K. Rajan's report, which says that NEET is an entrance examination for elite and rich and city people, basically, who can afford basically coaching, NEET coaching. Basically afford NEET coaching. Suppose, imagine students in villages. Students was in villages who have access to only state syllabus, who are studying state syllabus. Because they can't afford CBSE schools because it's costly. They're gonna go to government state syllabus with not so good quality of teachers, not so good infrastructure. Okay, then they can't afford coaching because there's no near coaching centers. Not they can pay those FT 2 to 3 lakhs amounts for the 2 years to afford them. Then how can you expect students who are writing from villages to clear this examination? Which basically means what Tamil Nadu is asking is, shouldn't the village people, or shouldn't the people, thousands of people who are studying in villages in the government schools, shouldn't they dream of becoming doctors and serve the country? What Tamil Nadu has proven that these village people who have come and completed the MBBS course have done very well in India as well as in abroad. But what many people tell us, the central government wants everybody to move into CBSE. They want people to push everyone to CBSE because NEET is basically CBSE based, JEE is CBSE based. Then what? How can students in villages who are studying state syllabus and not CBSE, who can't afford coaching, who don't have exposure, who don't have quality teacher, quality infrastructure, who can clear this type of examination? The number of people who got admitted to courses, medical courses in Tamil Nadu started drastically decreasing from this day they started introducing NEET. That is about 500 to 400 to 500 students were every year getting into medical courses, and it was drastically decreased by 90%, now only 40. And last year too, I don't exactly remember, that there were very less people who were getting into medical courses from villages and government schools. To stop this injustice, to people, and to bring about equality among social justice among people, Tamil Nadu introduced this bill. And whatever reason they might be said, according to me, no one can stop someone from getting the education. Like, you don't need eligibility to study. You just need to study so that you become eligible, is what I really, really, really feel. First, if you want to improve the quality of doctors, and doctors are mainly made in colleges, so improve the syllabus of colleges so that they become better doctors. Because only if they complete that course in the college, they're going to become a doctor. Otherwise, they're not going to basically become doctors. It's what my argument is. So this is if one more thing which I want to tell you is that the people about the suicide which happened in Tamil Nadu. If you see from the last 4 to 5 years of the introduction of NEET, where the village people, the students from the government schools are not able to really crack this kind of examination, I've been committing suicide, and more than 15 to 16 children, about 2 to 3 children, 4 children every year are dying by suicide in Tamil Nadu. And all the people who have died are not failures. They are respective board topper. A girl yesterday, who died, scored about 460, some 460 to 470, somewhat about 500. And the most of the students who have died or suicided have scored very well in their 12th examination. But even though they have scored very good marks, they were not able to quite crack this kind of examination. If this continues, Tamil Nadu is telling the number of doctors will drastically decrease in Tamil Nadu, especially in countries like India, where the number of doctors to the people ratio is very, very less. This just spoils the system. Basically, according to them, the government is trying to pushing students from all the state syllabuses to CBSE so that they can crash this examination. Not just CBSE, they would require extensive coaching to get very good marks in this kind of examination. So what Tamil Nadu is deciding to scrap this examination so that they can take in students according to the 12th marks, which is more than sufficient to clear these MBBS courses. And the quality of doctors is what they are demanding. And one more reason which I felt is there are so many villages in across India, across Tamil Nadu, and if quality doctors are made only in cities, suppose imagine you're pursuing NEET, you crack NEET, you're done in MBBS, you're a quality doctor, you'll be getting more than the sufficient salary in the cities. Then who will be taking care of the villages? The most of the students who is writing NEET or aspiring to become medical aspirants are the people who are wishing to complete their courses and come back to the villages and serve their villages, because most of the villages wouldn't have the primary health care. If something happens to someone in the village, they have to go like kilometers to the main cities, the main centers, to get the basic medical primary health. That is the situation of ratio of doctors to people in our country, and this is a major issue which I want to tell you people. I have what I believe and what I again insist and again telling is, you do not need eligibility to study any course. If you study, eligibility will automatically come. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and I pray and I express my deep condolences to the families who have lost their children due to this NEET examinations, and hope things will get better in the coming years. And that's it about this video, guys, and meet you in the next video, guys, and until then, this is Ganesh Ks signing off.